What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Kettlebell Guys podcast. My name is Grant Anderson, and today what I wanted to talk about is I wanted to talk about something that Sean talks about all of the time, which is the 0-1 scale. And what the 0-1 scale means is that either you know exactly what to do for your health and your fitness to produce the end outcome that you are after, or you don't. And the thought process here is that if you are a 1 and you know exactly what to do, you don't ever think about it. You just execute. You just know, here's what I need to do, and it produces the outcome that I'm after, and I have the body composition that I want. And if I don't, I know exactly what I need to do in order to fix it. And if you are 0, you don't know. You either think you know and you've tried a lot of different things, but you don't live with this quiet confidence that I know exactly what to do in order to produce the results that I want, which is why so many guys are always looking for the next program, or they're looking for the next diet, or they're looking for the next, magic pill, or they try all those different things, right? They try CrossFit, bodybuilding, yoga, Orange Theory, P90X, you name it. You try all these different things because you don't know exactly what to do in order to produce the results that you want. And so you're looking for that next thing, that thing that's going to be the breakthrough that's going to produce the results that you want. And I think that it simplifies it down for us of this idea of, okay, it's a 0-1 scale, either you know or you don't. And the goal on our end, at least in Kettlebell Transfromation, is to get guys to a 1. So they just know, like if you want to train with kettlebells and you want to be able to do it from home and you want to produce the body composition that you want, you're going to know exactly how to do that inside of our program, inside of Kettlebell Transfromation. So guys will be a 1. Now there's 5 questions. If you feel like you are in the 0 range right now, where you're always looking for the next thing, you're not quite, you do want to lose weight, you do want to change your body composition, you have goals around your health and fitness that you don't quite know, you're always looking for something different. Here's 5 questions that you can ask yourself to you have to be able to answer these 5 questions in order to feel like you are in the 1 scale, in order to go from 0 to go to 1. All right. So there's 5 questions that I think that guys have to be able to answer with confidence in order to feel like they have it figured out. So number 1 is, do you have a consistent style of working out, exercising that you know you enjoy, that you want to do most of the time? No, you have to want to do it. You might not be motivated, but you do want to do it, right? So do you have a consistent style of working out that you want to do, that you enjoy, that objectively produces the type of physical results that you are after? So that's number 1, is do you have a consistent workout routine? Because here's the deal. If you're a guy who wants to change your health or change your body composition, you have to work out every week. There's just no way around it. There's no way around it. You have to be physically active every single week. And so for us, kettlebell training 4 times a week, building strength, building endurance, focusing on full body, not breaking things into body parts, focusing on exercises that make our joints feel great, that improve our movement quality, improve the way our shoulders work, our hips work, the way your body functions as a unit. That's the way that our guys train, that they know this is the style of working out that's not only helping me produce the body comp results that I'm after, but it also creates the physical freedom that I'm after. It allows me to move better so that as I go into my 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, as long as I do this style of working out consistently, I will continue to maintain a level of physical freedom that allows me to do what I want when I want, because I'll have the body in order to do it. So that's number 1, is do you have a consistent style of working out that produces the end result that you're after, not only from a body composition standpoint, but from a physical movement standpoint, that you actually enjoy, that you want to come back and keep doing. It doesn't mean you're motivated all the time, but you know that style of working out produces the outcome you're after, so you want to keep doing that. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, do you know your own personal nutrition? Do you understand your own personal nutrition? And so I think for most guys, that's 2 sub questions for that, which is number 1, how to eat to lose weight or to change your body composition. Most guys want to, I think, objectively lose weight, or at least the guys that are following us and listening to us. And so do you know how to lose weight? And what I mean is not just like perceptually, not just like, oh yeah, I know I should eat more chicken, rice, and broccoli, and I could starve myself and I would lose weight. I mean, out of experience for you, in a way that you've done it where you actually enjoyed the process and it produced some physical outcomes that you wanted. Do you know how to lose weight? how your nutrition needs to work in your lifestyle in order for it to be something that helps you lose weight and is sustainable long term. And then number two is, do you understand how to maintain? This is maybe the more key question is, do you understand how to maintain the body composition? Do you understand how to eat from a nutrition standpoint in order to maintain the new body composition? Because that's usually the hardest, is guys realize that they can, guys can starve themselves, guys can eat very little, go no carb, completely sacrifice all the things that they love, completely go cold turkey, no drinking, no sugar, all of that stuff. And they know they can lose weight objectively, but it's never been something they can maintain. They've maybe lost 10, 20, 30 pounds, but they've never gotten to a point where they feel like they've been able to see, okay, I've stayed this weight for 3, 6, 9, 12 months. And so you have to know your own personal nutrition. Do you know how to eat to lose weight, how to eat to change your body comp, and then do you know how to eat to maintain your new body composition? Which, bonus, your training, your style of training should make it easier for you to maintain the new body composition that you're at. And so if you feel like you're doing a lot of working out and you've lost weight, but it's been easy for you to fall off, quote unquote, your nutrition, and then it's easy for you to gain weight, then the style of working out that you're doing is not helping you maintain the new body composition that you're after. And this is a complete tangent, but I can tell you right now that if you're listening to this as a coach, my advice to you would be, you have to be doing something that allows you to get stronger, that allows you to like throw around heavier weight. And kettlebells are such a great tool because they allow you to build strength and endurance at the same time. So like, you're not doing powerlifting, like squat, deadlift, bench, but you're doing kettlebell swings and cleans and snatches and, Turkish get ups to take your full body. And the more you're able to do that with heavier weight, the more muscle you're able to build, but the easier it is for your metabolism to be able to maintain a new body composition, because you just stoke that flame, because you get stronger, use heavier bells, you're able to get more out of each individual workout than you are if you were to just lose weight, say by walking or running or doing a spin class, right? Hopping on a bike. There's no way that you can continue to increase the intensity. I mean, you can increase somewhat the resistance and whatnot on a bike, but it's really hard for your body to be able to maintain a level of metabolism that makes it easy to maintain the new body composition when you don't have that style of resistance training that can work full body and that can allow you to really increase the intensity in a way that's easier for you from because you adapt to it slowly over time. So that's a tangent, probably for another podcast. But that's the first two questions. Do you have a consistent workout routine that you love, that you want to do, and that produce the results you're after? And do you know your personal nutrition? Do you know and understand, what do I need to do to lose weight and also eat to maintain weight? Now, number three, and this is where it starts to get into the stuff that really matters here. Number three is, does it objectively produce the outcome that you want? So this is key. Those two first questions, the workouts and the nutrition, does it objectively produce the outcome that you want? For instance, if someone wanted to become a bodybuilder, like as big as Arnold Schwarzenegger, and they came to Kettlebell Transfromation, they could find a routine that they stick with from a kettlebell training standpoint and from a nutrition standpoint, but it would never produce the end outcome of becoming a huge bodybuilder, Arnold style looking guy. It just wouldn't. That's not our end outcome. And so you have to, same goes for, for me, I could go and ride a spin bike 2 or 3 times a week, do yoga along with that a couple times a week, and I could eat really healthy and I could be not overweight, but it wouldn't be producing the ultimate end outcome that I want, because I want to look strong. I want to have muscle. I want to have strong, broad shoulders. I want to have muscle on my body. And that style of working out is not going to produce that end outcome for me. So I just don't do it. It's like, there's a ton of benefits to doing yoga and doing Pilates, but guess what? It doesn't produce the end outcome that I want. So I don't do it, outside of a few key, maybe things in my warm up or my cool down that allow me to keep my joints nice and mobile. But it's not the main thing I do, because it doesn't produce the result that I want. And so that number 3 is key. Does it produce the outcome that you want? A lot of you guys are working out. A lot of you guys are sweating every week. A lot of you guys feel like you're focused on being healthier and being physically active, but it's not actually producing the end outcome that you want. And so that's an issue, right? You have to be doing things that actually produce the body that you want, the health that you want, the strength that you want. And that's why having clarity on your goals and your end outcome and where you're going and a vision for your health is so important. So that's number 3, is, does it produce the outcome that you want? Now, number 4, this is a good one. Okay, number 4 Is it something that you feel like you force yourself to do because what you're supposed to do from a being healthy or from a losing weight standpoint? Is it something that you force yourself to do, or has it become an identity? Has it become something that you just do because that's you, that's what you do? As much as waking up and brushing your teeth is just something you do, you just wouldn't go a full week without brushing your teeth. Same way for the way that you train and the way that you eat. Or is it something that you're forcing yourself to do because I need to lose weight? My doctor told me I have to lose weight. And so I'm just doing the stuff that I don't actually enjoy doing. It isn't a part of who I am. Because the outcome, that the journey that you have to go on, if you have something that you truly enjoy doing from a workout, from a nutrition standpoint, that you feel like is sustainable, you can do in your lifestyle, what ends up happening is it just becomes you. It just becomes your identity. As you couldn't skip a workout if you tried. You couldn't go a full week without feeling that itch of like, boy, I gotta work out. I gotta do something. I gotta take care of myself. You can wait back even if you tried. Like you have to get to a point where even if and I'm not saying that you have to be like crazy about it. Like you have to be this person who just like has to work out at all times. They're a crazy person, which like, even if you are, that there's nothing wrong with that. To me, there's plenty of things that could be worse for you to be addicted to than working out and trying to be healthy. But the thought process of, you couldn't go a full week or 2 weeks or a full month just not thinking about working out or eating healthy. That is insane to you. It has to get to a point where that is just absolutely, you could not even imagine it, because that entire month you would be itching to work out. You would be itching to eat a healthy meal. For instance, any of my guys who have been in my program, or guys that have just like, you found the rhythm, you feel like you're on a 1 on the 0-1 scale. When you go on like a guy's trip and you're gone for a week or a weekend or a long weekend, and you're, say it's a golf trip, and you're eating and you're drinking, you get to the end of that golf trip and you're like, God, I need to eat something healthy. Like I need to work out. I need to drink water only for a full week. And that's just, you just couldn't even imagine living your life doing that, what you did on that trip, like eating unhealthy, crushing meals at every meal, alcohol every night, not working out, waking up feeling sluggish, feeling a little hungover. You could not imagine doing that longer than the 3 or 4 days that you did it on the guy's trip. And even if you're on that guy's trip, and say you couldn't even imagine doing it the entire guy's trip, and you just had to pull yourself back a little bit. But let's say you did. You just couldn't imagine doing that for a full month. And I know there's some of you guys out there who are listening to this who you do that 75% of the time. You do that every month. Every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday in a month. You do that 15 days out of the month. It's over 50% of the time. And you just live there. And you hear the tonality in my voice. I am calling you out, because I know that there's some guys who are listening to this who they do that, but that's not the outcome that they want. It's not the life they want to live. They know they want to be healthier. And so maybe you need to hear this from a more harsh tonality, but you have to get to a point where you don't do that most of the time. And then you're like, God, I got to get healthy. And so you force yourself. I got to go to CrossFit. I got to go to, I got to eat healthy. I got to give up sugar, give up alcohol. And you do that almost begrudgingly because you have to do it. You're forced to do it. You got to find a system. You got to find a program, a style of an operating system for your life, for your health, that allows you to get to a point where you're like, this is just who I am. I could never imagine going back to what I was doing before. Like, you couldn't even imagine gaining weight. My guys, once they go through the process of losing weight, they couldn't even imagine gaining weight. They can't like gain 5, 10, 15 pounds and have it just be like unnoticeable to the point where they wake up one day and they've gained 30, 40 pounds back. That just doesn't, that's non-existent, because that's just not who they are anymore. And so that's the fourth big question is, has it become an identity for you? And if you can gain weight just unconsciously and wake up one day where you're back to being overweight, where you first started, where you knew you wanted to get out of that place, then it hasn't become an identity. It's just something you did because you felt like you needed to do it. So it has to become an identity, okay? Who you are, how you take care of yourself. You have an operating system in your life for your health that ends up being very non-negotiable for you, but not from a forcing standpoint. It's just who you are. It's just what you do. And so let me recap the first four. Number one, do you have a consistent workout routine? Number two, do you have your nutrition dialed in where you know how to eat, what to eat in order to produce the results you want and then maintain it? Number three, does it objectively produce the results you want? Those two things, your training, your nutrition. Number four, has it become who you are? Has it become part of your identity? And number five, this is maybe the biggest key to all of this, and something that people don't talk about a lot, is it understood by everyone that you care about? Is this new operating system for your health and your life and how you want to physically take care of yourself, how you want to show up physically in the world, is it understood by everyone that you care about? Or is everyone else living the unhealthy habits, or is everyone else living the old life that you were living before you made these changes, and they don't know that you want to make these changes? They don't know that you want to be healthier. Think about this. Does your wife know? Does your partner know? Do your kids know? Do they see exactly what you do to take care of yourself? Do your friends know? Because that might be the single thing that's holding you back. Is there some sort of internal, either conscious or subconscious barrier that you have where you see, here's how I want to get in shape, here's how I want to live my life, here's the body I want to have, here's the level of health I want to have, here's the routines that I want to have around working out and around my nutrition, but I've created this life where everyone around me doesn't live that way. And if I try to make these changes now, well, I'm going to get a lot of flack, or they're going to give me a lot of shit, or they're just not going to understand. And it's going to be hard for me to live that life. And I'm going to have to deal with, their side eyes or their snarky comments, or them saying, oh, well, that's cool for you, but I can't do that, or whatever it may be. Or have you been able to have the honest conversations and been able to live by example to the point where people see it and they understand it, and your kids see it and your wife sees it and your friends see it, and they know, and it is understood by everyone that you care about that this is how you take care of yourself now. And this is what you do. I had one of my clients he was at a friend's kid's birthday party in his neighborhood. And it was in the afternoon, it was on a weekend. And he was there for, maybe an hour or so. And then he said to his friend, who's a good friend of his, lived in the same neighborhood, they have kids same age. He said, all right, man, I got to go work out. And the guy was like, oh yeah, nice. I've seen you training with your kettlebells in your garage. Yeah, totally. I get it. Awesome. Understood by him. He didn't get flack. He didn't get, you're going to go do that kettlebell thing. You go do that workout thing while they're drinking beer and eating cake. And no, they understood it. They understood, oh, that's what he does. Yeah, no problem. See you later. See you in an hour. And he was able to leave the party, leave all the shit food and drinks, everyone else doing that, and go do his workout. Go hit an hour of training with bells. And then came back after that and he hung out and he went on with his day. But it was understood by everyone who knew him there what he was doing. It was understood. And it was awesome. But a lot of you guys don't have that reality. You've got a lot of people in your life that you love and you care about, but they live a life that you were living before. And they don't quite understand the new operating system that you want to have for your health. And you can't get to 1 on the 0-1 scale, because when you're at a 1, you not only have you have the body that you want, you have the operating system that you want, the training, the nutrition, you have all of this stuff, you have it figured out. But the other thing about 1 is that you have the total peace of mind. Not only that you have the health that you desire, but everyone in your life is on board with it. Which means that you can just operate it for the next 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years plus. Because you don't have some sort of mental and emotional block that's, a barrier to you doing this stuff consistently. Once everyone is on board and everyone's on the same page. And everyone is supportive. And everyone's either trying to follow along and do it with you, or they're just supportive. And they want the absolute best version of you. And they know that when you take care of yourself, it's going to give them the best version of you, because they've seen it and they've experienced it. And so that That one might be the biggest key of all on the 0-1 scale, of you getting to the point where you have peace of mind, where you know, I've got my health figured out. I know what to do. Everyone's on board with it. And this is a part of my life that I don't think about. Because that's the biggest thing of the 0-1 scale, is you don't think about it. The biggest difference between 0 and 1 is that you think about it. If you're a 0, you think about it all the time. It's in the back of your head all of the time. You're always thinking about how you wish you could lose weight, or you wish you were lighter, or you wish you had a different body composition, or you wish you were training consistently, or you wish you had a workout routine that you enjoyed, or you wish you understood how to do your nutrition so that you could lose weight, or you could maintain weight, or you wish that you just had a different reality when it came to your health, or you are nervous about the future, or you're nervous about the next 1 to 2 decades, or you're nervous about when you're retired, are you going to be able to live the life that you want, or you're just, it's in the back of your mind at all times, consciously and subconsciously. That is the plight of being in the 0 sphere, of not knowing what to do. The plight is that you just will always think about it. And it is a nightmare place to be. It's not enjoyable. Some people go their entire lives there. But when you're 1, you can answer all 5 of those questions. You have a training routine, you have a nutrition plan, you understand how it works for you, you understand how it's sustainable long term. It objectively produces the results that you want from a body composition standpoint, from a muscle standpoint, from a physique standpoint, from a energy standpoint, from a joint health standpoint. The way that you feel when you wake up, the way that you feel when you work out, the way that you feel when you go to bed, the way that you feel in every moment of every day of your life, it produces the outcome that you want. Number 4, it's just become something that you do. You don't force yourself to do it. You're not motivated all the time, but it's just something you do because that's just who you are. It's part of your identity. And number 5, it is understood by everyone that you care about. It's understood, and you don't think about it. You just do it because it's who you are. Produces the results that you want. So you just do it. You don't think about it. It's not in the back of your mind. You have the results you want, or you know what to do to get the results you want. You already know. So it's not something to stress about. You don't have any stress around it because you have it figured out. And that's where I think every guy wants to be, because I think when they're there, you have peace of mind. And that's what I think the number one thing that I think guys, whether they realize it or not, you just want peace of mind around your health. You want peace of mind around, you have the body that you want, you have the health you want, you can see a future of longevity for your physical health, your physical freedom, controlling the controllable factors when it comes to preventable diseases and health issues down the road. You have all that stuff controlled. And so you don't think about it because you're on the one side. And so that is my wish for every guy. Truly. It's my wish that every guy could get to that point, because I know that being in the 0 side, where you feel like you don't have it figured out, I know that that's a nightmare for guys, because I've done 1,000 plus, I've done more than that, probably 3,000 plus one-on-one conversations with guys who are in the 0 side. And to hear guys talk about, man, the results that they want, and the pain that they're in, and the frustration that they're in, and the feeling of, shame and just unhappiness that comes with feeling like you're unhealthy, man, that is a nightmare place to be in. And so you want to do everything you can to get to the other side. And so hopefully you're able to get there by answering these questions and finding the things that will make these questions a yes for you. All right. With that being said, I appreciate you guys listening. We're going to do a pretty awesome, our next podcast is going to be with one of our clients who has lost over 160 pounds. You may be seen him on my Instagram, or seen him on our ads, or you've seen him on our website. His name is Mark. And I did an interview with Mark when he was 100 pounds down. And he messaged me the other day and said, we got to do an updated interview, because obviously he's 160 pounds down now. Been with us for a long time. So I think that interview was going to be incredibly insightful, and it'll be incredibly powerful, especially for any guy listening to this who needs to lose a lot of weight. You need to lose 100 pounds plus. You'll be able to hear it from a guy who's done it. And who has a pretty inspiring journey and story to talk about along the way. So I'm excited for that. Should be released here in the next couple of days. For anyone out there, hope you are crushing it. Hope you are slinging bells. If you're not slinging bells, make sure you go check out Kettlebell Transfromation. If you want to get to a 0 to 1, make sure you go to our website, check out the program that we do inside Kettlebell Transfromation. It obviously is, it is our version of being able to take guys from 0 to 1, KT. So that being said, I hope you guys are having a fantastic day or night whenever you're listening to this. And we'll see you next time.